the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri. This guy right here is Taylor Swift. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Shawn DePaz.
Yeah.
Didn't want to fool everybody. Everybody on audio listening, you sound exactly like Taylor Swift. So
I was gonna start singing a song, but I literally couldn't think of a Taylor Swift lyric.
you couldn't think of a single Taylor Swift
I couldn't
lyric?
think of one immediately.
You want to try again?
The joke.
Go run the entire countdown over again and do the whole intro.
I'll be.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
all I need to know. Talk to your dad. Go pick out a white dress. It's a love story, baby. Just say yes.
There you go, man. That was awesome. That was great. That was great. So that's the show. That's all we're going to do today.
What I do.
Yeah, leave a like. Do all those things. Now, we've got obviously a jam-packed Friday show for everybody. We've got Hot or Not at the very end, a good old Friday special. We've got our predictions, and then we've also got Trending Up. We're going to talk about some players that are due to have some big games for Arizona State on Saturday against the Cal Bears. Shawn, we are now less than 24 hours till Arizona State gets
Because as
an
Donald said,
opportunity.
we have a respectable start time.
There we go.
We
There
don't
we go.
have to be up all night.
No, I'm so excited to do a post-game show at a reasonable hour.
At 3 p.m.
That's going to be
Are you
awesome.
shitting me? It's
And
gonna be
we've already
amazing.
talked about the fact that because it is an early game and it's a road game,
We get
the boys are going to be stopping at Burrito Express to fuel. We got to fuel ourselves up
Of course.
for
Of
an awesome
course.
game. Look. We will get into the predictions a little bit later on into the show. Shawn, we've talked kind of all week long, obviously, about this matchup. Before we get into Trending Up, I'm curious, from all the conversations that you and I have had, our conversations with McGill from yesterday, the Cal Bears Insider. If you missed that, go over on the PHNX Sun Devils playlist, and you can listen to that entire interview and conversation. But what has stood out to you about this matchup?
I was really hoping you were going to say what stands out to me about Cal, because the answer was going to be nothing, really. Not a whole lot. What stands out to me about this matchup? I mean, it's just that it's an opportunity for ASU to like show what they actually are. Like, nothing about the game itself. Like, this has got college sickos written all over it. Like, this is a disgusting game. No one should want to watch this football game. It's ASU and Cal. Ew.
No, it's ASU and Cal.
Woo!
Yeah, no.
Cal.
See, I couldn't even. I have let that go all week long, and I don't want it. I don't want it to be said on this show like that.
I literally don't. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's Cal.
No, it's Cal.
Cal.
You say Cal.
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 Cal. Cal.
No. I don't look like that when I say it.
That's what you sound
Cal.
like. Cal.
Now say Kale.
Cal.
That's how you say Cal.
That's how it's said. That's
No,
Cal.
it's not.
If you want me to Cal, then I can start doing that.
You know what? Yes, I want you for the rest of the show.
Okay.
Every time that we say Cal, you have to say it like that.
I'll try my hardest.
Okay. Try your darndest is what you're going to need to do. Yeah, look, I agree with you. I think this is an opportunity for both of these teams to really steer the ship of kind of what's gone on so far this season. Obviously, for Arizona State, a rough start. Injuries have kind of piled up. For Cal, it hasn't been, as hopeful as maybe folks of that program thought it was going to be heading into the season with the amount of transfers that they did. The quarterback situation is still a little murky heading into tomorrow's game. I think whoever comes out on top can really build some confidence down the stretch, right? They can build a little bit of momentum going into some games that are certainly going to be tough regardless of who you are in the conference. But getting a win, if you're Arizona State, means, hey, we are now sitting at 2-3. We've got Deion Sanders coming to town, and we have a realistic opportunity. Now I feel like at this point, you've got the confidence, you've got some momentum. The offense is hopefully moving in the right direction. Maybe you've got some certainty at quarterback moving forward. You're back at home. And then at that point, you're like, okay, we have a real shot to take down a team in Colorado that has been, the talk of college football since week one. Now, if you're Cal, I think the opposite side of that is if you come away with a win, you get to beat a team that a lot of people feel like is maybe either slightly better than you or equal to you.
With the exception of the sports books, apparently.
With the exception of the sports books. Maybe they figure out who their quarterback is going forward. And they're able to build, again, a little bit of momentum just being at home and taking care of business at home. I think that's an important thing for them.
For sure.
But regardless, I think if you are the team that comes out on the unfortunate side of this game, if you take an L and if you're Cal and now you're 2-3, I think your excuse was, okay, we lost to Washington. They beat our ass. It's an understandable loss. Okay, well, ASU comes into town. You're almost 2 touchdown favorites and you lose at home. That's a tough look to move, push past, and you've got a gauntlet of USC, Utah, whatever. And then if you're ASU and you come out with an L, then it's like, okay, well, the offense looked better against SC, but we lost to a Cal team that, not a whole lot of people think is very good, and now we got to go play Colorado. You get a bye week, and then you get the rest of the gauntlet. Then you're standing there looking like, oh, there's not a whole lot of confidence looking at the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely like take your wins where you can get them kind of vibe for sure, and this certainly feels like a place, I mean, for both of these teams where they probably feel like they can get one. So yeah, you definitely like Donald said, like, as tough as the beginning of this season has been, like, there's a scenario in which this team is 3-3 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think they can beat Cal, and if they can beat Cal, then it should give them the confidence to be able to compete against a Colorado team that very well it could be better than this team. But I don't know. We've only seen them be really good and really bad, so I don't really know. The truth is probably somewhere in between.
And the better team doesn't always win.
Yeah, also true. So Chris in the chat, what's up? She was just here. But yeah, I think it's obvious, like you said, huge for both teams. But as far as ASU is concerned, like, there are not a whole lot of places to get wins. But if you want to go into that the teeth of this conference schedule and you've won 2 straight games, that's a lot better feeling than losing 2 straight games.
Oh, absolutely.
Damn sure.
Absolutely. Donald in the chat, we'll be 3-3 in 2 weeks. That shit and throw away. Lock that shit up and throw away the key. Pumped. And then Joe in the chat had a Facebook memory pop up today from 11 years ago when I was in Berkeley for a Devil win. Chalk it up as a dub then.
Yeah,
chalk it up as an absolute dub. Look, if ASU is going to come out on top, I think there are 3 players that are going to need to have some big games. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to trending up this week. And I want to start with a guy who had a monster week last week at linebacker and Tate Romney, a guy who has really started to shine and come into his own opposite Trey Brown for a defense that obviously thrives on chaos and energy and all that stuff. And he's a young guy, a guy who I want to say is a redshirt freshman, which is wild to think that Arizona State could still have a handful of seasons left with him kind of manning that linebacker spot there. And then obviously we saw, with the departure of Will Schaefer, I think just even more pressure on a guy like Tate this week. Yeah,
100%. I mean, I think you talk about, the fact that the linebackers on this team have been such a presence over the last couple of years, right, with Merlin and Soley, and it's obviously a little bit of a vacuum in that sense once they left. And then, like you said, Will deciding to transfer is a shot at the depth of that position. So, more pressure on him for sure. But he, based on what we saw last week, and I think what we've seen up until that point too, I have no reason to believe that that's not something he can't handle, right? So I definitely think it's another big week for him. Another big week for the defense in general, obviously. Yeah. But oftentimes that starts with the linebacking core. So, I expect big things from Tate Romney, and I have a feeling we'll keep seeing him.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to keep it with the defense here, and I'm going to go with our guy, JC, Jordan Clark. You talk about the heartbeat of this defense and a guy who I think is just – he's so close to getting a turnover. I feel like this could be his week to really be that game wrecker and get a takeaway or two for that Sun Devil defense. I know he's been playing banged up over the last couple of weeks, so shout out to him for just simply being able to play over the last few weeks with everything that he's going through. But we know how good of a football player this is, and when you put really good football players up against talent that, at least in my mind, doesn't necessarily match up, I think this is a spot where Jordan Clark can really feast on Saturday.
Yeah, again, I think we've been waiting for big plays from this defense, and we haven't had very many of those. And I think Jordan is a natural spot to be looking at that, right? To the natural spot in the defense to if they're gonna make big plays, if they're getting takeaways, there's a good chance Jordan Clark was involved in that. And so I think there's a good chance that he is more talented or he's gonna win that talent matchup with a lot of the receivers he's going up against. And so yeah, I agree. I think it's a big opportunity for him to thrive in that sense. I texted you about it earlier in the week. His dad kind of put him on blast on SportsCenter earlier this week after the Monday night game. He just exposed him and was like, ask Jamar about. He wanted Scott Van Pelt to ask Jamar about when Jamar played Jordan in high school.
And he scored on him.
And then Jordan got taken out of the game and they didn't match up again, I think. But yeah, you just put him on
That's
blast.
tough,
like that.
man. That's one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, and your dad put you on blast for no reason. And,
on ESPN,
Jamar was like, "I'm not going to do my boy like that."
He said that.
Yeah, but and then here comes Ryan Clark walking on in, being like, "Tell him about that touchdown."
Damn.
Yeah,
You didn't have to do your boy like that.
A little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
That's tough. Goes out, picks off whoever starts a quarterback like 3 times.
Yep.
That's
for you, Dad. That's for you, Jamar.
So damn
gritty on
awesome.
somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say this. That would be awesome. Just like a little nod to it. The last person that I think needs to have a big game and is really due for a big game is none other than quarterback Trenton Bourguet. Getting the nod to start this week. You look at what he did when he was thrust into action last year against Washington, 15 of 21, $182, 3 touchdowns, obviously leading ASU to a massive win over Washington. Really, if ASU doesn't win that game, maybe we're talking about Washington potentially finding a spot in the college football playoff, 100%. Depending how the rest of the season transpired. That was just when he was thrust into action. But when this kid is the go-to starter for Arizona State, he has been otherworldly, win, loss, or in between. He was 32 of 43 for 435 yards in his start against Colorado. He completed 77% of his passes against UCLA, threw for 349 and 2 touchdowns. Oregon State is the one murky one. We know about that Oregon State defense. Still completed 62% of his pass, but only for $122. And then we know about the game in Arizona where he only had 12 incompletions, completed 75% of his passes, nearly threw for 400 yards, had 3 touchdowns in that loss to the Wildcats. But there's something to be said about Trenton Bourguet when he gets the start at quarterback. You just have faith that the offense is going to be moving. Yeah,
I mean, he is the guy that you can trust the most to just execute the game plan, to go about his business. Right? We keep calling him kind of a game manager, and I mean, he's also like he's the fan favorite. If we're being honest, like he is like what the fans want to see. He is going to be good for the coaches. I think he's going to get the ball into the hands of his playmakers, which we know this offense has in bunches. So yeah, I mean, obvious. Trenton's probably the most obvious choice for trending up this week, right? Because he's our starting quarterback this week, and obviously that's been a big question mark the last few weeks. So
wait, it has?
Yeah, right. So yeah, I think it's going to be another opportunity for him to have a big game. We've seen what he's done against some pretty solid teams, and Cal's defense is respectable, but again, it's not like it's otherworldly or anything like that. So I think it's going to another opportunity to see one of those big time Bourguet performances. Yeah, no, absolutely. We don't have the video, but something that I did just get kind of brought up on social media that I want to talk about was that jersey release video from last night. If you haven't seen it, head over to our Twitter real quick. We tweeted it out. Yeah, you have to watch it with the music. The jersey, and I literally, so I was driving on the 10 last night. Okay, I was driving. It was probably like 7:45 at night. I was chilling, and I get the tweet notification from Sun Devil Football that the jersey release video is out. So I go, I watch the video, whatever. It starts off smooth. I like it. I'm like, okay, there's like some cinematography here, like there's been for the last couple of times, and then he fucking goes into the 5-cent diner and just hits the jukebox, dude. I lost my mind, and I prefaced it to you. I'm like, this is one of those videos that you watch and you get to a certain point and you know exactly what point you get to, and then it's just, yeah. And then, I mean, he called me up, told me to watch it, and he listened to me while I watched it, and the exact. It's just so you'll good, know exactly what we're talking about when you watch the video. It's just so good. It was amazing. Shout out the creative team, I guess, for ASU football, man. And they one up themselves every week. They've done a phenomenal job. Literally, it's been amazing seeing the quality content that they're churning out there. And I think it's going to be big down the line for recruits and families and transfers that see that type of stuff, right? Because it's something little, but if you see, let's say one of these videos trends, right? They go viral. The end of the season comes.
and people talk about where they want to transfer to. Someone brings up ASU. Maybe they don't know a lot about ASU. They see the record. They see Kenny. Doesn't matter. But they're like, oh, I remember that. I remember that video that they did. Like, they got some sick uniforms or whatever. Like, that's something that again, like, sticks in these kids' minds moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just all about part of, like, the brand and, like, the culture and, like, ASU football meaning something. Like, whatever that is, I think having cool shit like this, having a kind of reputation, a positive reputation in literally any facet of football, even if it is like your uniforms and your social presence and all that stuff. Like, I think it only serves to benefit the program. And so it is awesome to see. And they're cool as shit, man. Yeah. Like, they're just awesome. I very much enjoy
I would love to play the video, but we can't play it with the music, and the music is
makes
like,
the video, yeah.
The way that it is edited to the music is so awesome. So you're definitely gonna have to go check that out. It's something I look forward to now every Thursday as I wait for these tweets, because I'm so damn excited to see what these videos are going to look like. But that's not the only thing that I'm excited for. I'm always excited for a little bit of a wink. I saw PD in here earlier today. He is the king and the spokesperson of Wink and Countdown. The other day we were watching the D-backs game, and he was literally like, hey, buddy, you need to add Countdown. And I'm sitting there watching the Dimebacks game. Mind you, like, we work with PD, and he's like
selling you.
He's trying to sell me countdowns. Like, I also don't read these ads. Like, what do you like? He loves Countdown and Winks so much that it's like, maybe I'm like missing out. Like, I need to really dive into these countdowns and Winks. So if I'm gonna do it, you guys got to do it too, guys. It is a seltzer with just a wink of THC. It's gonna really take the edge off. And for me, sometimes, like, when it comes to like drinking seltzers or beer or whatever, like, maybe sometimes that's not really what you're into doing that specific day. So grab yourself a little Wink. It's literally like this big of a can. It tastes amazing, and it has the perfect amount of THC, guys. It's available in either 2.5 milligram or 5 milligram cans. You can find Wink right here in Arizona. Look for Wink at all Sunday Goods dispensaries in the Valley and Botanica Dispensary in Tucson. They're now in 12 states nationwide, and even recently launched online ordering and home delivery to about a dozen others. To find the fastest way to get your hands on one, go to drinkwink.com.
I saw Joe earlier ask if we're doing a pregame next week at Illegal Pete's. We're doing it at Illegal Pete's pregame, then a little postgame show. So
come
through
sure
there for that Saturday.
We had a bunch of people come through last time.
It was awesome. A lot of fun. Good marks, good food, good vibes. So we love our friends over at Illegal Pete's. If you're not going to the game, if you're going to be at home or you're out of town, you're going to watch it on TV. And if you're going to watch it on TV, you're going to watch it on Fubo. Because Fubo is the best, like, cable alternative. You know, I feel like we're past the point of everyone being cord cutters. Like, no one has cords anymore. Fubo is like part of the reason that's all possible, because you can get all of your favorite TV right there on Fubo. 140 plus channels of live sports, TV, movies, all things like that. You can record it. You get like 1,000 hours of DVR space. So if you miss a game, you can record it, watch it later. Same with TV and movies and stuff like that. It's how I watch all my sports, if I'm being honest. Every Sunday, watching Red Zone on it, and the Cardinals game, obviously. Every other night, I'm watching D-backs games on it. You're gonna be able to watch Coyotes games on it, Suns games on it, like watch the Ryder Cup and college football, obviously, right? So make sure you sign up for Fubo. You can watch all your favorite college football and NFL with Fubo. Go to www.FuboTV.com/PHNX to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro.
The San Francisco Giants just fired their manager. Just figured you'd.
Wow.
Yeah.
The hottest manager. So Totri is officially the hottest manager in baseball.
Gabe Kapler, is that his name?
Gabe Kapler, yeah. He's the hottest manager in baseball. He's got tattoos on his hands.
He's got hand tats?
Yeah.
I had this conversation about somebody that I was literally last night. Somebody was like, "You should get hand tats." I'm like, "Well,
I don't know if you should.
I don't want to get hand tats.
No, I don't think you should.
And also, if I want to hide this, I can hide it with a long sleeve. Sure, you can't hide. Like, I'm not gonna wear
I think
gloves.
once you start tatting your hands, it's a completely different vibe.
It's like you tattoo your neck.
Yeah, which I don't have a problem with.
I just can't
but like not everyone can get away with that.
I also don't have the pain tolerance for a neck tattoo. Like, that requires you've got to be different to have that level of pain tolerance. I absolutely respect it. Donald chat, Anthony with some shades, more than any ASU jersey, in my humble opinion. Appreciate you, Donald. You were asking for the shades all week long, so I had to give it to you. Wow, no, that's a good looking dude.
He was the hottest manager in baseball. It's now Torey Lovullo.
Well, he might still someone might hire him, right?
Well, yeah, but until that day, Tori
Then it's
Lavello is
Tori.
the hottest manager in baseball.
Okay, you can, whatever you say, man, whatever you say. Eric in the chat. Trenton is our best quarterback in regards to getting rid of the ball quickly. He throws the ball before the receiver even breaks on their route and puts the ball in the exact right place. 430 plus versus UW last year. No, that's absolutely what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Trenton Bourguet, he just has such a firm grasp of the ASU offense, and it never really looks like he is under duress unless you look back at that. What was it, the Fresno State game that he got hurt, or the Oklahoma State game that he got hurt?
Oklahoma State.
Was it Oklahoma State?
No, it was Fresno.
I think it was Fresno State.
Yes.
Yeah, that game. Don't watch that game. That was a bad game for everybody. Yeah, it was a bad game for everybody. So we don't talk about that game. But yeah, no, Trenton Bourguet is certainly one of the more experienced quarterbacks on this roster, and I think, like you said, Shawn, there's a lot of fans that have trust in Trenton Bourguet to lead the offense. I think we have some trust in him, and that's why we maybe predicted what we predicted this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to our score predictions of the week. Shawn, what do you got happening on Saturday?
This is why people call us haters, but also we believe. ASU 27-17. Look, I trust Trenton. There's no reason to believe that this offense isn't going to look really good with Trenton coming in with a full week of preparedness and knock on wood, hopefully staying healthy for more than a single possession. I just have a lot of faith in this team to be able to build off of what they did last week against an inferior football team. Listen, I've been saying it. ASU is better than what they've been playing as. I think they are a talented team. I think they are more talented than Cal, a team that doesn't know what they're doing at quarterback. I think ASU should be able to win this game. I'm not predicting some crazy offensive outburst, but I think between their strong defense and what I think is going to be a vastly improved offense, they should do enough to win 27-17.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised with the way you were talking about Cal all week long. I was kind of surprised you didn't opt to pick the Bears.
No. I mean, I've been saying I think Cal's a very good team. I've just been saying you've been forcing me to talk about Cal that way because you have been disrespecting them in an unfair manner. You have. You've been disrespecting them in an unfair manner, and so I've had to overcompensate by praising them. But I do, at the end of the day, think this is a game that ASU can and should win.
Okay, that's fair. We'll get to my prediction here in one moment. Tony in the chat, where's Rashada? Rashada's still dealing with the recovery from his injury. I believe the timetable was 4 to 6 weeks, but I would not be shocked if ASU opted to redshirt him. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my mind to bring him back. But again, I'm not Kenny Dillingham or the coaches, so what I say doesn't always go. But my prediction this week is 23-20 in favor of the Sun Devils. If they lose this game, I don't think that I will be picking ASU to win a single game the rest of the season. This is a game you really, really have to win if you're the Sun Devils. And I was trying to find a way, right? Trying to find a reason to think Cal should be 2 touchdown favorites, that they should win this game, and I couldn't find it. I like the quarterback situation. For most other teams, you could be like, yeah, they got a better quarterback than Arizona State, right? Because ASU dealing with a bunch of injuries. That's not really the case. They're dealing with their own injuries. You look at the running back situation. I think after last week, I think it wouldn't really matter who you're playing. I think there's a lot of people that love Cam Scadaboo. You look at the perimeter. You got EK. You got X. You got Andre Johnson. You got Melquan Stovall. You got Jalen Conyers. I don't think Cal has those offensive weapons to at least match ASU. And then you look on the defensive side of the ball. We know about Jordan Clark. We know about Trey Brown. We know about BJ Green. So they've got a guy really at all 3 levels that I think puts ASU definitely in a chance to win this game. And I just don't see a scenario where they lose, at least by as many as the spread has them losing. But, I mean, I am picking Arizona State to win outright. I think it could be a gross game, though. I think ASU fans should definitely buckle up for something that could be a little sticky. I know we have some scores that are like, okay, 27-17, not bad. 23-20, I can see how we get there. Wouldn't be shocked if, we start a post-game show and the final score is 3-7. It could get gross.
You'll be doing that post-game show alone.
It could be really gross, could it not?
Oh, no, it definitely can. I mean, this has got gross game written all over it. There's going to be nobody at the game, I'm sure. By the way, did you see what Franklin at Penn State did for their game at Northwestern? He said that they practiced at the end of practice without any music to prepare themselves for the atmosphere at Northwestern, which is fucking hilarious. I don't even know if that's true, but it's the funniest shit I've ever heard. But yeah, the atmosphere is there. It's not going to be great. No,
It's not. It shouldn't feel like a road game.
No, it's going to feel like a weird neutral site scrimmage thing.
A weird neutral site scrimmage.
We'll see.
Yeah, most definitely. Joe in the chat, do we have an update on how many arrests Shane has made since joining the department?
Done. He's a terrible cop.
Is he? You think he'd be a terrible police officer? Why? I think Shane would be the type of cop that, like, Shane is also the cop stereotype for sure. He's getting a cup of coffee and a donut every single day. I just feel like with a man that has that mustache, you're almost born to be in law enforcement, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I feel like Shane is the type of cop that you see on like sitcom shows that is like staking out a place, and it's like it's supposed to be a normal routine day, and every day it seems like Shane has a conspiracy theory of somebody who's like going to take over the world. Every single day, Shane is like his whole day is he's following somebody who he thinks is set to take over the world. Does that not seem slightly accurate?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're getting a call or you text a group chat and be like, guys, you'll never believe what just happened to me. I was passing an Arby's and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know why. Arby's has been on my mind a lot lately, to be honest with you. Maybe I just need a roast beef sandwich in my life or something.
Dude, I
like
love Arby's. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Oh, goodness. Arby's isn't bad. I feel like Arby's gets a bunch of hate for no reason.
Arby's is the Nickelback of fast food. You don't actually hate it. You just hate it because people told you to hate it. At the end of the day, it is actually pretty damn good.
It's not bad. They got some sauce.
The Arby's sauce goes stupid.
They got some
and their
sauce.
Fries
Arby's,
their fries are top 5 in the game.
Yeah, no, it's pretty damn good. Look, they got some good food. It doesn't touch the great food that they have over at Circle K or the great snacks that they have at Circle K or the great deals that they have at Circle K or the great membership that they have over at Circle K.
True.
It's this little thing called Inner Circle, and it's new and it's free. You ever heard of something new and free that you didn't want to sign up for? I can't think of it because it's new.
It seems like an incredibly slippery slope to go now.
And it's free.
But
don't make me laugh. It's new and it's free. Okay, that's what I'm chaining myself to new and free right now. Okay, save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Get every 6th free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks, and inside. Aside from the great membership program, they have some phenomenal deals on these little bad boys, some Gatorade Zeros, some energy drinks, some snacks, everything over at Circle K. Again, join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details.
Oh man, you threw me off. Never mind.
I threw you off?
Yeah, no, I threw myself off. Talking about it, this guy's a fraud, so he's not going.
Whoa.
But plans for some of the gang to maybe go to the baseball game.
Look, I wanna I'll let you finish your ad before I
Are you coming, Danielle? Of course. Okay. We're going to the D-backs game tonight. Maybe the D-backs clinch. And we had not really, I mean, I obviously just asked Daniel, like we hadn't really made these plans all that definitively.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because we've had plans. We've talked about it all week.
But they haven't been definitive. Okay, we haven't talked about all week.
Yes,
we talked about it last week. Last week we talked about it. We did not talk about it this week. I've been a part of this many conversations this week about going to the
but
Diamondbacks.
last week, if we say we're going to go to the baseball game next Friday, then I would expect to be going to the baseball game next Friday.
I tell you today that next Friday we're going to the State Fair, and then I don't say shit to you about the State Fair.
I'm going to bring it up next week and be like, are we going to the State Fair? Yes. Are you kidding me? Something of the State Fair that I've been wanting to go to? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will plan my whole shit around it. Absolutely. So fuck you. But if you're like Totri and you're not good about planning, or you're like us and you just kind of, things are just going all over the place.
Damn it.
That's what Game Time's great for, because you can get great prices on tickets at the last second. So if you don't know that you're going to go to the game or the concert or the show until right before, hit up Game Time. And they will have your back. That's what we're going to be using for the D-backs game tonight, because, again, we have not bought tickets yet. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last tickets, lowest price. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
I love our chat so much, dude. So damn much. Totri is moving. Look, I am moving on Sunday, okay? I know I've said that I'm moving a lot, but I moved out of an apartment, and now I move into the new apartment. on Sunday.
Totri's creating a reputation for himself, and it's fine.
I know. I'm not creating it. I already have the reputation of like I am very bad. First off, I am not punctual. I am late all the time. And then I'm bad with plans.
And
But we have plans Thursday.
do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
if I
maybe.
show up to your place with the stand,
Yeah. Except I'm not going to expect you to because you don't follow through on shit.
yeah, but doesn't it make it that more surprising when I come? Like it's like, oh, he showed up.
No. Yeah, maybe it makes it more surprising. It doesn't make it better.
What do you think, Danielle? Make it any better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
See? Thank you. Slightly better. That's all. Tony in the chat just joined Inner K, getting 25 cents off my guess. I don't know why that was so hard for
Joining
me.
Inner K.
It
Joining the
was
Inner
so
Circle.
hard for me.
Hell yeah, though. It's listen, keep saying it. Gas is expensive as shit right now. That 25% or the 25 cents off comes in handy.
No, it absolutely comes in handy. I know we've kind of sped through the entire show today, but let's go ahead and get to hot or not.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Danielle, who's hot this week? Oh, yeah, rightfully so. Mr. Kale. Taylor Swift.
Sick ass jersey.
Taylor Swift himself over here. You deserve it, man.
I appreciate that.
You're just you got
I
the
know.
hair, you got the jersey. You're just
Listen, new hair,
He's looking good today.
new hair, great jersey.
Thank you. Shout out.
Big thing that drove this week.
Oh God.
Oh,
So many good puns on Wednesday that went criminally underappreciated.
thank you. I
So,
very much
Shawn,
appreciate that.
you were hot this week.
I very much appreciate that.
I love that Danielle actually has a reason behind it and thinks.
Listen,
yeah.
I put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah,
I
I really
appreciate
appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
And by the way, I love having hair that I can push behind my ears. Like I love having hair I can do something with.
That
Like,
you can just kind of mess around
I can
with.
play with. I can put it in a ponytail like it is right now. I can put it behind my ears. I can take it all down and fucking whip it around. It's fun as shit. Shout out Willow Smith.
Shout out Will Smith. All right, so all right, D-backs are making the playoffs tonight.
Yes.
Where I'm calling it.
Yes, let's go.
Haven't been in the playoffs since 2017.
Let's go.
So, number one song, the day they clinched
Oh, boy.
the last playoffs.
Damn.
Any guesses?
Ooh, 2017.
September 2017.
Oh man, I have no idea.
We're in the fall.
I
Can you give me a genre?
We have already talked about this person on the show today.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
No
Let's
way.
Taylor
go.
Swift, look what you made me do.
Wow.
All right, so
Wow.
How does this song go?
I don't know. We can't play it.
yeah, I can't play it.
Look what you made me do.
That was the number one
That
song
was the
in
number
2017.
one
That's
song.
like not even a
It's
top 50
September
Taylor Swift
of
song.
2017.
That's terrible.
Is
crazy.
that not her best work?
It's crazy
But
that it was not a good
anyways,
song and that was number one.
Mm.
You and Matt got into a pretty heated discussion on TPSB earlier. So
Yes.
Taylor Swift, hot or not?
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
we have most
Hot or
certainly been
not.
down this road. Ice fucking cold, dog. I mean, I don't like her music now. I hate her fans. I'm sure she's nice, but I cannot stand Swifties. I just can't stand anyone that makes someone out to be better than they really are, and it drives me goddamn crazy.
So you hate the Swifties. You don't hate Taylor
No,
Swift.
they've made me hate her.
You're just wrong.
They're like the Denver. She's like the Denver Nuggets. I don't really have a problem with that team, but their fans have made me fucking hate the Denver Nuggets. So now I kind of hate the Denver Nuggets.
She's like the biggest pop star in the world.
cool, bro.
Cool, bro.
You just
That's
gonna
all
like
you
her
got?
just because she's the biggest pop star in the
No,
world?
I just think it's crazy that that somebody is that like polarizing, that she's literally built an army. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, again,
And
shout out,
I fuck with her music.
shout
I
out
fuck
Taylor
with her
Swift.
music.
It's not about her, really. It's just about. It's not about Taylor Swift the person. It's about Taylor Swift the experience, and the experience of Taylor Swift I don't enjoy.
Dude, this is such a wild thing to have a crazy opinion.
I don't
on
think it
something.
is.
I think
it's like
it
one
is.
of the most popular musicians. Of course, I'm gonna have an
Yeah,
opinion.
she's one of the most popular musicians. So why the fuck you gotta hate her?
I don't.
I've been on this show officially for 2 weeks now. Well, 2 weeks. I have found that there are opinions out there that very hard opinions on things I didn't think anybody had any
They're
opinions on.
Welcome to the Shawn
there-
DePaz
There are
experience.
infinite things that Shawn and I could either agree with each other with, or that we could just go toe to toe, like
Yeah.
hating.
Listen,
Taylor Swift, hot. Music, hot.
Listen, some music.
No.
But we just talked about a number one song that was dog shit. Like, it was not a good song.
And it was still number one. That's what I'm saying.
That
it's fucking
means
crazy
nothing to me. The fact that it's number one doesn't mean that it's a good song. It's bad. Bad Guys by Billie Eilish, bad song.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't like Billie Eilish.
Then what are we doing here?
Billie Eilish is not Taylor Swift.
No,
dog.
she's not, but she's pretty damn popular.
She's nowhere near.
She's pretty damn popular,
but
though.
she's nowhere
and
near.
She's had songs at the top
she's
of the
a drop
charts.
in the bucket.
That's not. But so you're just because she's that you fucking sheep. Like, just because she's that popular, it's like, gotta like her.
No, I
now.
like her music.
No, that's fun.
That's what I
fine.
said.
She's got some songs that are good, but that's
Wake
not what I'm
up,
talking about.
sheeple.
Yeah, literally, you're a fucking sheep.
Okay,
You
bye.
just like her because she's popular.
Okay,
Stop
next
it.
one. Next one. I want to piggyback off of opinions that I think literally nobody had. Last week was kind of a slow sports day in the office over here. We had a dog show
Yes.
Yeah.
on the
Electric.
TV, and we found out that the Saint Bernard
Yes.
has never won Best in Show in any
Yes.
dog
It
show.
joined in like 1887 or something like that, and it had never won Best in Show. Yep.
And our very own Shawn DePaz went on a absolute banger of a riff on the Saint Bernard. So Saint Bernards, hot or not?
I
Hot.
fucking love St.
Hot.
Bernards.
Hot.
They are dope as shit. First off, they look like giant bears, and they rescue people. They have literal
little bucket?
barrels of,
Oh, yeah,
of
the barrel.
alcohol strapped to their neck. I love them. Someone out here, I think it was Michaela Perkins, was shitting on St. Bernards. I don't remember who it was. I don't
That
understand
sounds
how you
about
could,
right, though.
I do not understand how you could look at that giant fucking fluff ball and get upset.
I don't know how you could not look at it and immediately you could be the manliest man in the world. I do not know how you look at a cute ass dog like that and immediately don't go, oh my god.
Donald has crossed a fucking line. He says dog show's not hot. Get that shit off my screen. You have crossed a fucking line, my friend. Every
Dog
single
shows are
fucking
elite.
Thanksgiving, I am watching the goddamn Westminster Dog Show. I love dog shows. Now, we were talking about the concept of dog shows is all kind of bullshit. Like, this old fuck's just walking around being like, I like that dog more than this dog. For what reason?
Wait, is
I
this
can't
what he
really
does?
explain. Yes. He's like, that one, that
dog,
one.
that dog.
I think the concept of dog shows are bullshit. But for me, I'm just looking at a bunch of cool looking dogs, and I love it. So, yeah, the idea that a dog is better than another dog because some old white dude says so is bullshit to me. But the idea of just displaying a bunch of cute dogs, I am all in on.
You know it was the St. Bernard, right? It wasn't the dog show. St.
Well, yeah,
Bernard's
no.
was the topic.
Well, yeah, I know, but then Donald took a
Donald
shot
put
at,
it, yeah,
at,
yeah.
at
But we
dog
made
shows,
it
so
about
You were
dog
just
show.
defending.
I had to defend dog
Defend the
shows,
dog
yeah.
shows. Now, St. Bernard's hot.
They're
Big
so
fluffy
hot.
dogs hot.
Donald, what are you're missing out, brother. It's just looking at dogs.
It's just looking at
They're cool
the bestest dogs.
And like
The goodest boys, dude. That's
dogs
literally
you
what they
didn't
put
know
on
existed.
TV.
Some of the dogs that you get like a mastiff and like it rips someone's throat out, that shit goes hard.
Next topic.
Everybody in the world thinks they have the best dog, and everybody in the world.
Everybody's
is
right.
All
Yes.
dogs are perfect. All right, we're going back to terrible
Except people
fans.
who own chihuahuas.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could get behind it. Chihuahua. If the right Chihuahua, but I could get behind a Chihuahua. I've softened up my stance on small dogs a lot over the last couple of years.
That's fair. That's fair. So The Office in the news lately just announced a reboot.
Oh.
And kind of a meh reaction. So The Office kind of feels like it's run its course, right? The Office, hot or not?
Okay, well, The Office is hot. The idea of an Office reboot is not. Like, I agree it ran its course. I don't need any more. I don't need you to retry and do that again. You're not going to recapture it. I love The Office, though. I've watched that show like through 3 or 4 times. Like, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. I think it's fucking hilarious. But the idea of a reboot, I am so out on.
Okay. This is tough for me because I'm going to expose myself here.
Oh, God.
I've only ever seen like 2 episodes
That's
of The
insane.
Office.
That's unacceptable.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's
Whoa!
Yeah, only ever seen like 2, man.
That's, I mean,
It was cool. When I watched it, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
identity
I just wasn't-
theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. You've never seen the Asian gym skit?
No.
That's one of the funniest fucking things ever. God damn it.
Yeah.
When fucking Angela throws her cat into the fucking ceiling and it falls back through the ceiling.
You're naming characters and things that I've never seen, so I have no like emotional attachment to what you're saying.
Kevin, world poker champion?
No. Nothing.
Michael Scarn?
No. So like the reboot, The Office, I can't say is hot or not. I've only seen like the 2 episodes. Those 2 episodes are hot. But I mean, the idea of a reboot, I don't really fuck with. Like when it shows run its course, just let it run.
Like
its
Fuller
course.
House.
No, that sucked.
They
did that with another show.
Yeah, I can't think. I was thinking of something else, but
Fuller House, and there was a fucking another one that they tried to bring back.
Was it Fresh Prince?
Did
they
try
do
and
that, or they like rebooted it? I don't. It wasn't like a, or it was like a. It
was like a drama.
Yeah, it was like a remake of it, not like a reboot necessarily, but it was like much more dramatic and dark and weird.
Fuller House was not good at all.
I love The Office.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
But yeah, maybe I need to watch Office.
You do.
That's
Parks and Rec is better though, in my opinion.
Is it?
I love Parks and Rec.
Well, maybe I'll go home. Well, no, I've got stuff to do. You're going to the D-backs game. Make sure you bring your Shady Rays to the D-backs game.
I will. I mean, I'll be inside, but
you gotta look. I mean, I'm inside right now. I'm wearing my Shady Rays. Donald has been asking me to wear the Shady Rays all week long because they're that damn good. The moment Bo got in, he said I looked like what's it called? Maverick.
Yeah.
Like, that's a compliment. Everybody loves Shady Rays, guys. And you can shop their entire collection at their brand new location, Kierland Commons, a full stop shop for all things Shady Rays. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use that code PHNX for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades are rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. What'd you say the other day? Like 50,000 stars?
It was rated 50 stars by like 2 people or something. That's what I said. Or something like that, yeah. I don't know what I said.
Tell me if he was playing like Mario Party, just collecting stars.
I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I mean, if you had 50,000 stars, absolutely.
You mentioned going to the D-backs game tonight. One of my favorite parts of going to D-backs games is betting on D-backs games.
That's fair.
Especially when I'm there, because I always bet a bunch of money on it, if I'm being honest, because it makes it a lot more entertaining when you're there. And there's a little extra added benefit because not only will I be betting on them to win tonight, but I'll be betting on them to essentially clinch a playoff spot, which is fucking awesome.
Playoffs.
And obviously, if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be doing that on the BetMGM Sportsbook. Because they're family. Always giving us dope profit boosts, free bets, things of the sort. So sign up for BetMGM. Use bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile application of at least $10. You will receive $200 instantly in additional winnings regardless of your wager's outcome. Check out the show notes for full details. And now, listen to Shano talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, devils and dilly, we appreciate y'all for tuning in today. If you want to do Bobby Hurley a solid and leave just a little like, he's begging, he's pleading like he does every single day. Poor Bobby. He's just asking, he's just asking. I wonder if Bobby's ever seen that photo of himself.
Sure.
You think so?
Maybe Bobby Hurley Jr. showed him.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. If he's like, hey, Dad, look at this. These guys, they ask people for likes with your photo.
They beg.
They beg. No, well, we ask. Bobby's the one begging for the likes. Guys, the next time you see us, it's going to be a post-game show talking about how ASU beat Cal. That's what we're going to be doing. So definitely stay locked in. Turn the notifications on. Give us a follow. Subscribe. Over at PHNX _ Sun Devils on social. You can follow me at Anthony _ Totri. You can follow this guy right here at Shawn _ DePaz.
The pride of the Melbourne Mustangs, as always.
And we will see you guys.
Pony up, baby.
Saturday.
That's what they say, I'm sure.
For a post-game show. But in the meantime, peace.